Hello, everyone. You are back with another episode of VitaminE. And today I am going to be discussing different things that you should do before getting pregnant. Now, this is crazy because I've heard people say that they didn't know that people actually planned babies. Yeah, people plan babies. They definitely do. But before you plan a baby, you have to make sure that some things are in order. You should not want to bring a baby into a situation that is toxic, that's not safe, that is just crazy. You should not want to bring a baby into your mess or anybody else's mess. So, some things that you should do before getting pregnant or trying to get pregnant, any of that. Not saying that it has to be 100% healed or done or whatever, but at least you should be trying to do it. Number one is healing childhood traumas. Oh my God, this is so big because I have a whole shadow work thing on healing childhood traumas. Because what happens is you're like, oh, I want a baby, not really thinking about things that you have went through, you haven't healed from them. So guess what's gonna happen? Probably going to accidentally do the same things to your child that your parents or your guardians did to you unknowingly because you have not healed. Healing childhood traumas takes some work, some pain, some prayer, a whole bunch of stuff, but you're gonna have to do it, especially if you want to have a child, because you do not want to damage your child the same way that you were damaged. And it is okay. It is okay to be on the right road and get a few things fixed. Because let me tell you something, the way hormones are set up with pregnancy, you're going to be feeling and experiencing so many different types of emotions and moods and all this different kind of stuff that you do not want to add stuff that was already not fixed before you got pregnant onto that. So you need to try to heal from your childhood traumas. The negative things that have made you what you are, you know they not some good traits. You know you still hurt. You know all this stuff that made you cold with your trust issues and all this different kind of stuff. Yeah. If you know that you have those issues, at least try to heal a little bit before you get pregnant. Just because I've seen what it can do to people, especially while they're pregnant, and it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder to heal it while you're pregnant because you're gonna have a whole bunch of other stuff that you need to be focusing on, and you can't because you're stuck right there. So that should be something you working on. I think number one should be at least financial too. Well, at least number two should be financial. And I know a lot of people that are planning to have babies, they usually do handle their finances correctly, but that is something that you should definitely do. At least try to start up a savings account or have your money saved away or packed away or whatever. Just have some money built up, especially if you want to be maybe staying home with your baby more than 6 weeks like they try to make women do, which is ridiculous. But definitely save money. Make sure you are where you need to be financially. Maybe even look into things that can save you money while you're pregnant or when your baby gets here, such as cloth diapers, breastfeeding, alternative milk options if you don't want to do breastfeeding, and you definitely don't need to do formula because everything's getting recalled. Yeah, so different things like that. Another thing, you need to make sure you're spiritual, you're emotional, and a lot of times that still goes back to childhood traumas. A lot of things go back to childhood traumas. Your spiritual life, you need to find something you need to believe in, whether it's getting yourself together, but physically, yoga, whatever. You need to find some type of spiritual something. You're gonna need to, because that is gonna help guide you to your healing place, to your place of relaxation, to your meditation place. Find some type of spirituality is gonna help you get there. Another thing you need to work on: how you eat, what you do, exercising, all that stuff. because this is the thing. You are definitely supposed to be active in all type of stuff while you're pregnant. You're supposed to be, not dormant. That's not good for you. So with my clients, I make sure I implement yoga and like little exercises and things that you can do that you should be doing, different stretches, all that stuff, because you need all of that stuff. You need to be already doing that. You need to already be in a way, like with eating, that's gonna be like, you know what, this is gonna be healthier for the baby. Because what happens is when I do get people, they're like, oh, I have to stop eating that. I don't know if I want to stop eating that. Well, if you don't want to stop eating it, then that's on you at that point. The only thing I can do is tell you, hey, you shouldn't be eating this. But if you train your mind and your body before you get pregnant, knowing you want to get pregnant, if you kind of train your mind and body before then to be like, I know I can't do this while I'm pregnant and while I'm breastfeeding, and, get that kind of plan in your head maybe a few months before, then that would be great, because then it's not going to be no big deal when I tell you shouldn't eat spicy food because that's going to increase your heartburn anymore. Then you're going to be like, oh, okay. Or if I tell you shouldn't be eating caffeine, that shouldn't bother you, because you've already made a plan and already made a layout to show you what you should and should not be doing or eating, and what you eat increases this and all that different kind of stuff. So those are just a few little things that you should definitely look into or try to do before planning to get pregnant. Pregnancy can be a beautiful thing. Beautiful. I can tell my clients that do what I say do, break my recommendations, and clients that don't. My clients that listen to me, most of the time, they don't have any issues at all. And I say most of the time, and it's probably 99% of the time. They don't have any issues. My clients that don't listen to me and usually eat what they want, yeah, they be having a rough time. So that's what I'm saying. You can definitely shape your pregnancy. Pregnancy doesn't have to mean suffering and hospital, in and out the hospital and all this different kind of stuff. It doesn't have to mean that. That's not even what it should be, because that disrupts everything. So it shouldn't even be that. But we shape our pregnancy. We shape our life based on what we put into our bodies, what we put into our minds, what we put into our spirits, what we do, how we exercise, how we eat. All of that plays into how we're going to be during pregnancy. So that's up to you, how you want your pregnancy to be. Do you want it to be rough and ragged? Keep doing everything that you're not supposed to be doing. If you want it to be something beautiful, and you can focus on other stuff besides what's hurting you, then, and the hurt is coming from based off of something you doing, then hey, So again, before trying to get pregnant, think about these things. Sit down and talk to your partner and be like, hey, we need to do this, because it's not just on the woman. The man needs to be in place and in line too, because if he is not in place and in line, he gonna throw off your growth and your healing, because he not where he's supposed to be. If you over here trying to be plant-based and he over here steady eating chicken, you gonna be tempted, because you ain't at the place where you can be like, nah, I'm good. You're gonna be wanting some chicken too. So you definitely have to be on the same path, or at least trying and working together. So at least make sure that y'all are on the same page a little bit. A little bit, because y'all both have to be in a place, because a child takes two, especially if y'all are planning this child together. It takes two. And of course, things do not happen how you want it to happen. Things could happen that can mess up your emotional, your financial, all that stuff. But at least you can say, I tried to make it work. This is the plan I had laid out. This is what I was going to do. But of course, life does happen. But again, that was another episode of Vitamin E, discussing certain things you should get in order before you try to get pregnant.